Renegade Immortal, Chapter 611. Don't forget the first scene of Suzaku. Hello, welcome back to my channel, Books with AR. Outside of rank 7 cultivation planet Tianyun, Bloodstar, a woman wearing purple was riding a 3-foot-long sword as she quickly flew across the vastness of space. There were 3 women wearing colorful robes chasing after her. One of the women chasing the woman in purple sneered, "Wretch, you betrayed the Heavenly Water Sect and stole the junior sect master's holy treasure. Do you really think you can escape? Even if this place is under the influence of planet Tianyun, my 5-element planet is also a rank 7 cultivation planet. You won't be able to run away." The purple-robed woman clenched her teeth, and her face was extremely pale. The purple veil she was previously wearing had already fallen off. "You have goo poison in your body. I want to see how much farther you can escape." The woman in purple revealed a bitter expression. The goo poison in her body had already activated and had been forcibly suppressing her the entire way. Originally, she could have escaped, but she didn't expect her sister to betray her and lure the enemy to her. Right now, she was like a lamp without any oil. She could no longer suppress the goo poison in her body and coughed out a large mouthful of blood. Her face became pale, and the large sword under her swayed slightly. She let out a bitter smile as she controlled the sword under her to charge straight toward a blood-red planet. The 3 women behind her let out cold snorts and sped up their chase. The woman in purple closed in on the blood-red planet and broke through the atmosphere. When she closed in on the surface, she immediately saw a blood-red pavilion. A man walked out of the pavilion. He had red hair and red eyebrows and wearing a red robe. As he stood there, although there wasn't a trace of celestial spiritual energy on him, he gave off a suffocating sense of majesty. He coldly looked at the purple-robed woman and the 3 women chasing her. He frowned and calmly said, "Scram." The 3 women's expressions changed slightly. One of them quickly said, "The Heavenly Water Sect of 5-element planet is attempting to capture a traitor. I hope Senior won't intervene." A flash of coldness appeared in the man's eyes, and then he waved his large sleeves, causing a gust of wind to blow the 3 women out of the blood-red planet. "What is your name?" "Zixin. Junior's name is Zixin, a cultivator from rank 6 cultivation planet Suzaku." Planet Suzaku. Country of Chu, the Cloud Sky Sect. The Cloud Sky Sect was completely different from before. The country of Chu was raised to a rank 4 cultivation country by the current Suzaku, Zhou Ru. Although it was only rank 4, its sphere of influence was the largest among the rank 4 cultivation countries. Even all of the rank 5 cultivation countries had to be respectful when they were in Chu, especially when facing the Cloud Sky Sect. This was because almost everyone who experienced those few hundred years of events all knew of a cultivator named Wang Lin. That person single-handedly set out a huge, never-before-seen wave on planet Suzaku. After the Cloud Sky Sect became a rank 4 country, they tore down their sect. Then, with the help of the entire country, they built a giant statue out of high-quality spirit stones. This statue was that of a man wearing black. His eyes revealed a pondering expression. Although he wasn't handsome, he gave off an out-of-this-world feeling. His right hand formed a seal, as if he was wondering. The statue emitted a terrifying majesty that enveloped the surrounding area. This was the location of the Cloud Sky Sect. It was also something that the countless Cloud Sky Sect disciplines worshipped. It was also something that all cultivators in Shu respect. It was also a legend for planet Suzaku. There was currently one old person and one young person walking up the stairs to the Cloud Sky Sect. At their position, they could clearly see the cowering statue. The teenager's face was filled with curiosity as he asked, "Grandpa, is this the statue you were talking about?" The old man looked at the statue and revealed a trace of reminiscence. After a long time, he rubbed the child's head and said, "Do you know why the head of the Cloud Sky Sect was able to reach the soul formation stage? Why all the sects in Shu consider the Cloud Sky Sect as their ruler? Why all of those experts from rank 5 cultivation countries must be so respectful when they are here? All of it is because of this statue." The youth seemed startled before blinking and smiling. "That is strange. How can a statue make everyone so respectful?" The old man sighed and said, "Although the person the statue is based on only cultivated here for a short time, during those few hundred years, he set off a never-before-seen storm on planet Suzaku. Rumor has it that when he had only cultivated for 200 years, he managed to create a complete mess in the Sea of Devils. He saved a beautiful woman and completely shocked the Cloud Sky Sect. He slaughtered his way through Za, creating rivers of blood. The entire Tung family was slaughtered, and the entire country became a graveyard. Rumor has it that he went into the celestial realm and cut off Red Butterfly's arm. He defeated Liu Mi, battled Qian Feng, and accepted the soul-refining sect's Dutain as his master. He destroyed Shui Yu, killed the giant demon clan ancestor, and became famous during the battle against the Forsaken Infama clan. He obtained the Suzaku Crystal in the Suzaku tomb. After defeating many others, he was the first to obtain the Suzaku Crystal. He could have gotten the title of Suzaku, but he refused it and gave it to the current Suzaku, Zhou Ru. The youth exclaimed, "He actually refused the title of Suzaku? Why else do you think the current Suzaku, Zhou Ru, also comes and silently gazes at the statue every time a big event happens? On planet Suzaku, before that person was born, the Holy Land was Mount Suzaku. Now, the Holy Land is this Cloud Sky Sect." The youth's mouth was wide open. He had heard about all of this before, but it was never as detailed as today. His heart beat faster, and his little face was filled with excitement as he said, "Grandpa, I want to be like him in future. What is his name? Where did he go?" "His name is Wang Lin. I also don't know where he went, but no matter where he goes, such a person won't be ordinary. I do not know where he went, but no matter where he goes, such a person won't be ordinary. I do not know where he went, but no matter where he goes, such a person won't be ordinary. I think he has long forgotten who I am. Your grandpa once had dealings with him, but I am afraid he has long forgotten who I am." The youth was about to speak in excitement when the roar of a tiger suddenly came from below the mountain. This tiger's roar was filled with majesty and caused the trees to shake. At the same time, a large black-striped tiger jumped up from the bottom of the mountain toward the top. There was a woman sitting on the back of the tiger. She was about 20 years old and was wearing white. Her clothes moved with the wind and she looked like a celestial. Her beautiful eyes showed her intelligence. "Little White, faster!" The woman's voice sounded like a yellow oriole, very alluring. The tiger she was sitting on let out another roar and charged directly at the Cloud Sky Sect. When they reached the top of the mountain, the tiger landed beside the statue. The tiger's eyes turned to look at the statue. Then his eyes filled with disdain, and he thought, "This little girl is too silly. Why must she try to find this person? It is much better to stay on planet Suzaku. This tiger lord has so many tigresses. If we have to leave in the future, how can I bear to separate from them all?" However, this little girl once said that there are more beautiful tigresses outside of planet Suzaku. This makes it somewhat difficult for this tiger lord. The woman stared at the statue and softly said, "Uncle, little Ruer has already reached the core formation stage. Very fast, right? I'm very diligent. Grandpa Taiyan said that once I reach the nascent soul stage, he will give me the bag you left for me. Uncle, I'll definitely be able to reach the nascent soul stage." A soft sigh appeared from the void, and then a tall old man walked out from the Cloud Sky Sect. He was wearing a Taoist robe that gave him a sense of majesty. He arrived next to the statue. First, he bowed to the statue and then looked at the woman and tiger. His eyes were filled with kindness and love as he said, "Ruer, you must follow your heart. If you force yourself to pursue the nascent soul stage, then you will walk down the wrong path and will be walking against the flow." The woman stared at the statue and softly said, "Grandpa Taiyan, back then, when Uncle left Zhao and went into the Sea of Devils, wasn't he also dead set on reaching the nascent soul stage? Thus, following one's heart isn't always the right advice." This old man was Taiyan. After Wang Lin gave him some pointers, he was able to break through the nascent soul stage and reach the soul formation stage. Aside from being grateful, he felt even more respect for Wang Lin. He never touched the bag Wang Lin left behind. He didn't dare to. He couldn't forget Wang Lin's calm gaze before Wang Lin left. Zhou Ru withdrew her gaze and looked at Taiyan. She revealed a smile that was like a lily blooming and said, "Grandpa Taiyan, on the way here, I met the current Suzaku, Uncle Zhou. He wanted me to go cultivate at Mount Suzaku. He said that my cultivation will be faster there, so Ruer is here to say goodbye to you today." Taiyan understood that Ruer's status on planet Suzaku was extremely special. It could be said that she was the little princess of planet Suzaku. Almost everyone who met Wang Lin before was extremely courteous toward her, whether it was due to fear or respect toward Wang Lin. Even the Forsaken Immortal clan was extremely polite to Zhou Ru. Normally, the Forsaken Immortal clan wouldn't allow any cultivator to enter their territory, but Zhou Ru was one of the few exceptions. It could be said that Zhou Ru would not meet any danger on planet Suzaku. Also, Zhou Wutai, the Forsaken Immortal clan's Yunquezi, and many other people with high cultivation levels all gifted her life-saving treasures. If any average cultivators really wanted to fight this little core formation girl, they might not be able to win. In addition, there were experts sent from Mount Suzaku and the giant demon clan's patriarch, Chihu, following her and ready to protect her at any moment, so she wouldn't face any danger. Among the people protecting her, there were also people from the Cloud Sky Sect. After pondering a bit, Taya nodded and kindly said, "Okay, you cultivate well at Mount Suzaku. If you really reach the nascent soul stage one day, I'll immediately give you the things Benefactor left behind for you." Zhou Ru smiled before turning around and looking meaningfully at the statue, and then slapped the tiger's head and said, "Little White, let's go to Mount Suzaku." Little White let out a roar before jumping into the air and disappearing over the horizon. It has to be said that this Tiger Lord was able to borrow that Wang Lin's might a lot in these years. Those cultivators that would normally want to catch me before are now all extremely respectful when they see me. Forget it. For the sake of this little girl, if she wants to leave planet Suzaku, this Tiger Lord will just have to follow her. As Little White flew in the air, drool flew out the corner of his mouth. God knows if that was the real reason he made up his mind, or if it was because of the tigresses from other planets that Zhou Ru talked about.